When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on last year's national champions, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Power football with the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position.
Breaks into the open. Busts through behind and runs through another one. The 20. The inside. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buffs!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Knox. And wings it incomplete. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. They've had a wild year, starting the season at #1, then the bottom falls out, and they're just hoping they can start to climb back toward the top.
Yeah, it's been hard to write this.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about. Great place to start for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. They'll run the screen. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Got his man in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Takes it the other way.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better football. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to pass. It's Knox. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. And now let's see what they come up with on 3rd down after that incompletion. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality.
And the defense got him at the 27. They were trying to set up a screen. Instead, what they got was their quarterback putting paper and plastic in sack.
But how about the speed on defense with that rush? Getting to the QB so quickly. You're not expecting to get home on a screenplay like that, but, man, the old saying, speed kills, and you saw it right there.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Looking for a man. It's Knox. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter for the East.
He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They will get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Colorado. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Knox. That's caught. It's Woodhead.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Running the option. It's Knox. There he goes.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Smashes through the tackle.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Grabs it in the middle. At the 45 on And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Dobbs. Across the 25, he's got room. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffaloes! He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun. Time to take a shot. Pulls it in down the sideline. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, TCU! Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Patterson. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Under fire. Got his man in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage, take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
After that last loss, it's second and 12. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Stumbled to the ground.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Buffaloes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. He's at the touchdown, Horned Frog. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. Hauls it in. Turning it on. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. The give to the back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Buffs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw, it's Knox. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. looking to fire. It's complete to the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and...
Touchdown, Colorado! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. Finds some room. Touchdown, TCU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Gonna let it fly. Snags it at the 30 and still running. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the catch. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Buffaloes! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Dropping back, it's Knox. Lost one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes the catch. It's Woodhead.
I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden, he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Let's go! Back to pass, it's Knox. Catch in the middle, it's Woodhead. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Fit it in the window for the score.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it just isn't much.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the tight end. Fakes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Buffaloes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the... And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
It is hard to continue to get up, and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Hunt is on its way. And the returner will be brought down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out they're trying to throw it to him. So we got to cover him. We got to knock balls down and force incompletions.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
To the air. It's Knox. Now rolling to the left. Caught in the backfield. It's Armour. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And you don't see that often where you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
They've got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs! And the punishment has been extended.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Got a man. It's Singleton. Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Knox. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, TCU! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Why not double the try total and go for 2?
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Defense showing blitz here. To the air on second down. Looking deep down the right side. Touchdown, Colorado! And the route is on.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he made the extra point without problem. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So first down will open up the final period. Dropping back, it's Knox. Turns it loose. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man on the left. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
He'll pull it down. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
Rush is on him. He's got it. Two-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The hand to the running back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. And the Buffaloes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offensive's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Back to throw, it's Knox. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on 4th down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter 4th down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly, but listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab down the left side. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10, and he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, TCU!
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they're down by 7. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Patterson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often, because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The short hands, it's Cantrell. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the outside. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He's going to run it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking for a man. It's Knox. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on third and long. Unleashes one deep. And he makes the grab, but can't get the foot down in the field of play. Almost had 6 there.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
He wants to change this route. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Makes the grab. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
So now it's second and long. Wants to pass, the clock an enemy. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Still on his feet. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buffaloes. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.